Hi, lovelies! Welcome back to my channel. If we haven't met before, I'm Winnie, and on this platform, I share my experiences on a wide range of issues supporting international students as they navigate their way in the United Kingdom. Today, I will be responding to a question on my YouTube channel. And just to paraphrase, this individual is asking, what kind of questions should I ask during a nursing interview? So let's get right into it. However, if you haven't clicked on the subscribe button yet, what are you waiting for? This channel dishes out informative, insightful, educative, important, useful, valuable information that will help you as you navigate your journey studying as a student, regardless of what part of the world you are in. So click on the subscribe button, but don't stop there. Like, share, comment, and let's get right into it. If you've ever walked into a nursing school interview, I mean an interview to get you on board a nursing program, and you thought to yourself, I hope they don't ask me any questions, or they don't ask me, do you have any questions for us? Well, you're wrong, because they're gonna ask you. They will ask you if you have any questions for us, and that wouldn't be a time to shy away and then smile and say, oh, I don't have any questions. It will be great for you to ask questions, and I'm here to support you. Let me start by saying, this video is not about memorizing lines or everything I've said just to try and impress the interviewers, because I can tell you for fact that these interviewers will know that you have rehearsed something or you're just putting up a show. So this is just to serve as a guidance to get you thinking, critical thinking, all right? One best place to start, and I mean by this, it's a place where you can never go wrong, is asking yourself, what about this course do I know? And that could be a basis to ask them questions in any, if there are any gray areas. And let me break it down for you. What do you know about the structure of the program? What do you know about the schedule? How many days a week do you have to go to school? What about this do you know? What do you know about the courses, the modules, like they like to call them here? The course titles, the content, what is it about? What about these things do you know about the course? Most certainly, you wouldn't have all the answers, but what are those areas that you do not know about? That is an opportunity to ask. So an example would be, how does the theory aspect of this nursing program fit into the practical aspects of the nursing program? Because of course, with nursing school, there are elements of theory and elements of practical, where you go on placement or nursing practice, depending on what they call it in whatever part of the world you are. And then there are theory aspects where you have to write assignments, essays, write exams. So asking how these fit into each other would be a good place to start. Nursing school is intense, very intense, especially if you're on a sort of accelerated program that will take you 2 years. It's really intense. So asking about what sort of support is available to help make your journey easier wouldn't be a wrong question, okay? So asking them what kind of support is available to students or international students, because obviously where you come from, your circumstances differ, the kind of support you need would differ. Particularly if you're coming from a setting where you only do exams, you get, and you have no business doing essays. When you get here and you're told to do essays and you hear about critical writing, reflective writing, paraphrasing, plagiarism, these things look like strange words. But asking them early enough about what kind of support can help make your journey easier and productive doesn't make you look like a lazy student. Rather, in my opinion, it tells them you're very intentional and you're planning to progress on the course. I'll share one tip. Something that has helped me over time in all my interviews is I like to see from the perspective of the interviewers. Most likely, these people have a wealth of experience, at least more experience than you. So I like to ask them, tell me, what brought you into this field? What was it that interests you, that brought you, and how has your journey been? How have you found it? What made you enjoy this course? How is it going for you? And what advice can you give to someone like me who's planning to get on board the course? This just gives me a different perspective and it helps me see through the lens of experienced people. So I like to ask people, what interests you about nursing? Why did you get into nursing? How has your journey been? I'm interested, I'm curious to know, as that could help me settle in easily into the program. As someone who likes to prepare ahead of any journey at all, particularly if I were to start all over again as a nursing student, what I would be mindful of would be, how best can I prepare academically for the journey ahead? And one question I would ask is, are there any background materials, any study books, any websites, any links, anything at all that I could spend my time now studying that could help me easily adjust into the program? And I tell you, they will be willing to recommend things here and there. It might not be a textbook, it could probably be a website, a reputable website, and they tell you, just read about these things, go over it and have an idea. Just having people point you in the right direction at this stage, which is like the first stage, is very important, and it could help your journey. It could help you transition easily. All right, so you avoid a lot of stress along the way. Finally, I would mention a few things that I think you shouldn't be asking or could raise red flags, in my opinion. Remember, first of all, asking if it's okay to miss some days of lecture, huh? That's a red flag, because it's telling them you're already planning before you've started on how you're not going to be attending all your classes. Another thing I would not do in an interview is try to compare universities, okay? Or make them know that you have options. Technically, when you're putting in your application, you could have mentioned why you chose their university instead of studying back in your home country, particularly for international students, because it tells them you weighed your options and you're absolutely sure that you're settling with them. However, during an interview, in my opinion, I wouldn't be comparing universities with them or telling them how the other university is better than theirs. Having gone through the other universities, this is what they offer. What do they have to offer me? No, I wouldn't be doing that. All right. At the end of the day, the best questions come from being present in that moment. Whilst you're having a conversation with them, I like to think of interview as a conversation. All right. Don't look at it as you're being scrutinized or examined, or it's a conversation. They're getting to know you and you're getting to know them, or getting to know more about the course. So during that conversation, being present in that moment, from what they've said to you, it could trigger a question where you need to get more clarity. So be very present in the moment and you will get ideas of questions to ask. All right. But at least I hope these areas I've mentioned have got you thinking critically, so you know, oh, what about this university do I know at this point? What do I need to know? So you prepare the questions that you're going to ask them during that interview. And I'm wishing you all the best. I hope you smash that interview. Technically, I mean, I hope you do well in that interview, and I'll be looking forward to hearing back from you. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, hey, what are you waiting for? Click on the subscribe button, like, share, comment. And until we meet again, guys, this is me saying keep winning and enjoying life, and bye.